Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shah being the true name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth. And as always, much love towards this hopefully elect. All Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah power, man. That's the lesson today. Just this is back to the basics lesson though. Uh, just wanna just the spirit was on me to do it. Just reiterate how powerful and how our power is in control of all things, man. And in hopes that during our time of trouble, the Lord will be with us and against our enemies, man. All right, so let's get straight into it. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So, and man, this was a mystery to our nation, man, here in our captivity until quote unquote recently. You know what I mean? Till the Lord woke his men up. We didn't know the Lord did evil. Created darkness. Man, we would always give Satan the credit before we came into this truth, but lo and behold, it was the Lord that do all these things, man. He wouldn't be all powerful if he didn't. If the so-called Christians say, they believe in power of the Lord and all this and that, man. Well, hey, man, the Lord is the one that creates darkness, man. All right, and of course, peace and creates evil. All right, I guess to the average or unlearned ear, I mean, this would sound kind of disheartening, you know what I mean? But to us, man, it's reassuring. Long as we, long as we on the right side of this thing and not out here living a life of sin without repenting, you know what I mean? Go to Proverbs. I'm gonna be everywhere, man. Cause I mean, why not? Proverbs 16:4. Just Proverbs. Yeah. Hey, man. This Proverbs 16:4. All about Yahweh Shema Hawashai and the power, man. Alright. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the Lord have made all things, everything that we see, that we know of and that we have heard of. The Lord have created. The scriptures teaches, and I'll bring that out later, but about the principalities and things that the Lord have created. He's done all these things for himself, all right? Even the wicked for the day of evil. All right, now we know ultimately the who the wicked is as a whole nation, Esau Edom, okay? The so-called white man, all right? He's actually created them to see them ultimately destroyed, just like we were destroyed. Because why? It's for the Lord's purpose. We can do nothing against Yahweh by Shem Shai. Trust me. All right. So, I mean, it will behoove us to understand that, man. Understand that we don't have no power, over Yahweh by Shem Shai, and we can't, you know, change the Lord's mind, man. All right, definitely not through pride, man. Not through humility. The Lord will have mercy upon a spirit. All right, but again, going back to the Lord created the wicked for the day of evil. Now, what's that day of evil going into, man? This is going into the day of the Lord, man. All right, preceding the second coming of Malak Yahweh Shai. All right, Jacob's trouble. All right, and at the end of that, man, this whole wicked, all right, nation is going into captivity, man. All right, and before that, the wicked of our nation will be destroyed in that lake of fire, man. All right, but it's beautiful, man. And again, this was a mystery, and Lord know that the so-called believers out there, so-called, I say, they don't know nothing about no wicked nation, man. They don't know nothing about no Esau Edom, man. They probably done heard now, since the prophets have been on the scene making much noise through the spirit and power, Yahweh, by Shem and Hawashai, man. But they don't know nothing about this for real. Not with no true knowledge and understanding. Just little buzzwords they hear, you know. Hey, man. Proverbs 15 and 3. Hey, man, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Yes, sir. So, we know, hey, man, hey, again, the Lord's so powerful, man. He done created, spirits upon spirits upon spirits, to do whatever it is that he wants done here upon the earth and everywhere else that we don't know about. All right. We call them, we know, the Lord's eyes to be, the holy angels, man. Starting with Malachi Hawashai. All right. Talking about Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai. All right. Know what's going on everywhere. All right. So, if you're living, in a cave and living in living a life of sin, hey man, trust me, the Lord sees these things, man. And the same definitely goes for if you're doing good, man. Don't think that the Lord doesn't know these things, because the Lord told us that this work, this labor of love of ours isn't in vain. Sometimes it can feel like that because this thing is kind of tearing. It is tearing. The Lord told us that, man. Though it tear, wait for it. We practice this as future gods, man. This patience, man, because when it's all over, it's all over. There'll be no more of this waiting stuff. All right. But right now, we're learning a much needed lesson in humility, man. All right. To be, who we truly believe we are through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem and Hawashai. This is not a light thing for us to be in these tabernacles of darkness. Yeah, these bodies. All right. We're trying to get out of these bodies, man. For what it's worth, like through faith, we believe that, we'll be changed back to our state, which is God's. To be in these chains of darkness, man, having to wait and having a want of all things, man. So that's why we try to, be diligent and show the Lord that we really mean business and we really want to get out of here. But again, man, hey, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding that good and beholding that evil, man. Same thing goes for, hey, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which are slotted for destruction, man. All right, or allotted for destruction. All right. The Lord knows all these things. The Lord knows the wickedness of the woman. He sees them twerking all over the freaking earth. Soon as the camera come on, he seen what they did to us. It's the Lord that set them up anyway, just to bring them down. All right. And it's been very, very vexing on the men dealing with these women. Even just simple things, just simple, hey, how you doing? Simple speaking as Israelite, as humans. Eve, she ain't even with that. She liable to look at you crazy, but hey, man, when the Lord fully, flip the switch, see the switch right now, it's like in the middle right now. It's definitely getting ready to be turned on, but the Lord ain't flipped that switch all the way yet for the judgment on these wicked women, man. But they're starting to catch it though, slowly but surely. They're catching it, getting gunned down, man. They're getting gunned down in these streets out here, man. Getting put to death, getting beat the hell up, all type of things, and nobody's there to save them, man. All praises to Yahweh Shem Hawashai. Your brother them would have been there for you if y'all didn't turn y'all back on us, Eve. You let me see you out here getting beat. I'm finna goddamn I'm finna run a fold the other way, and I bet you can't catch me. Yeah. I'm not helping. No. We tried that. We tried that, man. This Jacob's trouble ain't gonna be no joke, man. And they gonna be out here, in a bad, sad case, man. Same thing for the so-called niggas. All right, they gonna be the first to go, man. Yahweh Shem Hawashai already showing you that he putting mass niggas to death, man. We up first, man. The boys, we up first. We been getting it, been catching it, but it's gonna be more. That's what was promised to us, man. This Jacob's trouble was promised to us by Spirit and power Yahweh by Shem and Hawashai, man. All right, but again, the Lord knows what's going on, man. So you utilize this time and try to do more good than evil. I tell you that much. That's always been my prayer, that the hopefully elect offends less. You know what I mean? Through Spirit and power Yahweh by Shem and Hawashai. Just yeah, man. The Lord is in control of all things, man. Amos 3:6. You know this one. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? All right. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants, the prophets. There it is again, going back to the Lord creating spirits to do whatever He wants, man. All right. Do whatever the Lord wants. He got spirits to do it. If the Lord wanted to, man, wake his people up, he wouldn't have to do anything, you know what I mean, but speak it, snap his fingers, whatever, however he wanted to do it, it would happen. All right. But hey, for the Lord's own will, his own purpose, his own desires, he got, actual men, on the earth. All right. His sons, Lord willing, we're those sons. Hey man, I'm telling you, this place is over with. This shit over with. All right. Come back to the Lord. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. So it's like we're saying, man, we're warning the people via blowing that trumpet. It's like, damn, will they not hearken? Absolutely not. 2/3 are not. All right. But that remnant did. That remnant will, um, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So all these evils, we got to remember who's doing it, man. Who, and the Lord can take it. Go say what you want about the Lord. I mean, eventually you're gonna catch it. See, the Lord, he's so cold and he's so powerful. People be making these little jokes and shit, man. Now if that was us, we been wanting to smoke about it immediately. And the Lord, you think that shit bother the Lord? These little jokes, y'all don't even know his name. You know what I mean? To be making God jokes. You know what I mean? Or Jeebus jokes. Y'all don't even know the true names. No, they ain't studying that goofy shit. Them goofy jokes that you see and hear on TV and shit. Especially dealing with Esau Edom and them corny ass niggas and all these corny ass movies they be coming out with. Fart joke movies and shit. You know? you know. But again, man, going back to this, man, shall there be evil in the city, and our power have not done it? Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. All these secrets, the names, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the fact that we are the biblical Israelites, man. All right. All these things the Lord have revealed unto us. The fact that he is the one doing the killing of these what the world thinks are innocent people. Now, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, studying, showing ourselves approved, the spirit dealing with us being receptive to that spirit, we understand about reincarnation. If the Lord was sitting here putting innocent people to death, then he wouldn't be a righteous God, now would he? So they don't understand that, and this reincarnation thing is a little bit too deep for the average person, as it should. All right. So going back to these questions that people ask, oh, why do the kids die? Why do quote unquote innocent people die? Why do the Lord do that? And that'll waive a weak motherfucker faith. You know what I mean? Ain't no God, ain't no God. Why that ain't no what what the name was? Doughboy said up in um not Friday. What it? Oh, Boys in the Hood, when they sit in the car and they was talking about God. And he was like, man, ain't no God. Why he be letting motherfuckers get smoked out in the streets and all that stuff? That's that shit right there, man. That's that lack of knowledge and understanding right there. And our people been having that spirit. A lot of them, man. A lot of people don't even believe in the Lord, believe it or not, man. Because of those evils which the Lord have brought upon them, man. Born into this captivity, man. Especially if your family, was against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, then they're definitely against them now. And that's why you're in the predicament you're in now, not even believing in a power period. You way off. At least the Christians believe in something, so they say. So-called Christians. All right. We just, like I say, they just random. Usually try to, have a little flow to it, but the spirit will go. It's just all just Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's power, man. All powerful, in control of all things, man. Isaiah 29:10, and this goes back. This is in relation to those 2/3, man, that just can't get it or just can't see it. Yeah, for the Lord have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have caused your eyes, the prophets, and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered. So yes, we have to remember who's in charge here. So if we come and prophesy to these people, it is the Lord, all right, that has you blinded. It's the Lord that has you in that deep sleep, man. All right. Take it up with him. All right. We're just doing what we're supposed to do through the spirit. All right. We can't control this. All right. You get mad with the Lord and ask him why he didn't pick you, man. We can't do nothing about it. But y'all don't seem to even have that spirit. Y'all seem to want to try to buck up against it. Us anyway. You know, and so that's something to remember, man. Especially, um, when the enemy come in all crazy, like we gotta remember and really vision this thing, man. Like especially maybe some of the sisters, because the Lord done took a lot of brothers, through some pre-fire, to prepare them for this shit. So, but a lot of people ain't never even been, like let's say some women, it's some women out here, man. Oh, even of our nation, some spoiled women, those spoiled women, all right, man, they ain't never even got like directly cursed that. You know what I mean? So when that enemy come in like a flood, bro, it's gonna be a culture shock. And I mean, a lot of people are gonna go into straight shock, let alone having a gun put to your head, let alone them actually putting their hands on you seeking to kill you. All right. We gotta remember that the Lord, and like I say, soon, like let's say your door get kicked in, man, during Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? Immediately, you need to go into remembering these things. The Lord controlling these fools. They like robots. All right. Hopefully, you were laboring in this thing. All right. Whether you were a helper of the prophets, a prophet, a teacher, whatever your gift was. All right. Through faith, praying. All right. Getting that clarification of your life. You should have been doing these things and having that rapport, if you will, with Yahweh Bashim and Hawashai. And hopefully, you'll be protected during that time. And these people will look like robots to you. Like this shit ain't even real, man. This is just for us. All right, this is for that hopefully elect. Because you know why you think I'm joking about that? You think the Lord is joking about that? This is for this remnant because everybody else is dead. All right, everybody else is dead, and the ones that's gonna be left here is going into captivity. All right, so this is for us. We're the only ones that's gonna overcome. Thus saith the scriptures, man. Thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. Yeah, so immediately, whenever you see them, man, because people gonna have spirits on them like we've never seen before. And if you ain't never seen somebody have a spirit on them, again, it's gonna be a shock to you, bro. It's gonna be unbelievable. All right, I've seen it. All right, I've seen my own. I have been on my knees begging my parents, and they have looked at me, with their nose stuck up in the air, literally, like just with the snarl, like look, and I'm on my knees begging them to like, not even for the truth. This was like just some personal stuff. You know what I mean? Well, it didn't have nothing to do. I was telling the truth, okay, but I saw these spirits on my mother and my father, man. My earthly mother and father, and it was just sick to me. It was like, especially when I first saw it, it was like unbelievable. And I'm their only child. You know what I'm saying? And for them to look at me like that when I was on my knees in one of the most undefensive positions, you could be in. Shit, unaggressive, you know what I mean, position, crying out, and they looked at me like I'll never forget that look, bro, that day. And they've done a whole bunch of other shit, all right, but I'm just keeping it honest, man. All right, I'm keeping it honest. Like this thing, it's not a joke. The Lord came to put that spirit of division in something that I've dealt with firsthand with my own parents. Again, I'm their only child, and don't even get me started to how, much friction was going when I was trying to tell them this truth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was so much deflection going on. I come to my dad. He like, oh, why don't you tell your uncle to come on? Go to your uncle, because my uncle is so-called pastor. My dad is so-called assistant pastor under a female. Yes, tell me how that's gonna work out for them clowns. Love my parents, let me, you know what I mean. But if they don't serve and come back to the Yahweh Shema Hawashai, their grass, their toast. I ain't finna die with them. All right, it is what it is. love them to death. All right. And I mean that. I pray for them. I pray that they wake up. Don't get it twisted. But at the end of the day, we can't save these people, man. It's not in our power, man. All right. It goes back to the will of Yahweh, Shema Shah. Notice they'll all come back eventually. We'll all see each other again eventually. So it will behoove us, the ones that got the spirit that want to live. See, we want to live, survive through this, and get on those chariots. The other people, they don't even know where they're going. We done lessons about this. They have no idea the kingdom is coming to this earth. They still talking about, being up in the sky forever. They don't know that it's gonna be a kingdom on this earth, man. Ruled by Malak Yahweh Shah. All praises to the King. All right. Let's keep it moving, man. This is going into that predestination, right? The Lord have whatever lot you're in, whether you be of the righteous, whether you be of the ones allotted for destruction, it's all predestined. Nothing is new under the sun, and nothing is coincidental. All right. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son. Talking about Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, that he might be the first born among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, all right, predetermined, pre-called before the earth was formed, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Beautiful. So again, these spirits, this remnant, if you will, this hopeful elect is predestined, all right, for their salvation. All right. It says whom he called, he also justifies. So all our faults, man, through the spirit, mercy, and Lord picking us, because and that's why we just be thankful, man. And we are, through the spirit we are, and we gotta be more thankful. Always just say thank you to water just for having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, seeing these things, man. The Lord gonna justify us, man. All our sins shall be forgiven, man, when this thing is over with. All right. It's beautiful. We gotta remember that. And the same goes for the ones on the other side. We sorry for you. Y'all was against the Lord anyway. All right. You against us. You against the Lord. You against the Lord. You against us. All right. Anyway. Y'all wasn't gonna do shit anyway. And cause it hasn't fully manifested, this death and destruction yet. But once it starts to hit them, man, and they see it, they're gonna have a change of heart, but it'll be too late then. It took all that death and destruction and chaos, for them to really understand what was going on. But when we was out here, playing these songs, man, they didn't hearken to it. They didn't dance to it. When we were piping these songs out on the daily, they didn't dance to it. They was scoffing, nonchalant as hell. Oh yeah, it probably sound good, but I ain't gonna make no real moves on it. That's the type of spirit. Seen that old lady out at camp when I was, when I first had met the brothers, I noticed this old lady. It was in her car, and she was just right out there at the spot where the brothers was prophesying that. And I mean, she was there the whole time with her window rolled down, hearing every word of the prophets, man. She looked so just, nonchalant. And that's that bullshit, But eventually, man, and I can't wait till everyone gets exposed for who they really are, man. You know what I mean? Can't wait. All your punk ass family members, man. The majority of your family, some punks. You know what I mean? When it comes to, they ain't got no true honor, man. No integrity. Because if they did, they would, put forth a decent effort, man. Like we always get on our people about the eating habits, man. Eating these abominable things, still going hard. All this time, man. Here go my pops, man. Another year sending me some talking about they having a damn turkey drive and Oh my God. Have you learned nothing, pops? Try to, you know what I mean? And tried to warn you. He had like he knew it. Okay, buddy. Keep on celebrating these mother holidays, so called. And you're gonna end up, catching it. All right, but again, man, it's all about that predestination, man. Something else we gotta remember. All right, everyone that you see, whether they be on the side with us or they be on the other side, it's all predestined. It was all written before we even got here, man. Through spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Hawashah. All right, and if we're doing these things that fit, the prophecies, if you will, of a person slotted for salvation is comforting. Hell, we see we're catching hell. We see that we don't like the world. The world kind of, is against us. Well, that's reassuring that we'll probably make it. You know what I mean? We're studying. We're taking heed to the prophets. We're seeing things happen in real time that was spoken of in prophecy. Going up to that mark of the beast. All right, we see the technology here. All right, we hear the rumors of it. Same thing with the wars. We hear wars and rumors of those wars. This is all in relation to Matthew 24th chapter, by the way. All right, the signs preceding the second coming of Malachi Hawashai, right? Let's see what we got here, man. That gets real deep. I might say that for the end. Let's go to Psalms. Psalm 78. And we'll start at verse 12. Hey, oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, the recap. Oh, the miracles. Yeah, marvelous things. Did he in the sight of their fathers in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters to stand as an heap. All right. So the Lord had did two miracles. A lot of people don't remember that miracle with the heap of waters coming together, man. But definitely know about splitting that Red Sea, man. All these miracles in the daytime. Also, he led them with the cloud. We know him to be chariots. So Yahweh Shema Hawashai. And all the night with a light of fire, he clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of great depth. So yeah, if we remember these things, studying, basics, back to the basics, taking that milk, all right, before we deal with the deeper things and try to act like we can understand this, we got to deal with the basics. The milk should know these things, all right. So but when the Lord made that water come out of those rocks, we got to remember it wasn't like it was just some dribble, a little drip of water, a little swig. It was plentiful water that came out of those rocks. It's saying right here, great depths. And if you go back, to the original story, if you will, or the original account, or you'll see, just how plentiful that water was, man. All right. He brought streams also out of the rock. Yeah. Streams of freaking water, rivers, damn near, and caused the waters to, it say right there, waters to run down like rivers. Yeah, so yeah, when they hit them rocks, man, and they was thirsty out there, the Israelites are people, us out there when we were out there in the wilderness, man, and it was thirsty and murmuring and complaining, and the Lord was there, showed his power and gave us, whole rivers of water, clean, drinkable water, streams of it. So we got to remember that, man, and have that type of faith. That's what we're coming up into. All right. We're not hearing all this other shit, this worldly man type of shit, this carnal, way of thinking. We're looking for the power to be shown. We're looking for so-called miracles, man. We're looking for that. So you're thirsty. All right. Come a time we're not taking this mark. We're alienated. We got to get out our house, man. Remember that the Lord can make water come from anywhere. All right. Anywhere, even a rock, the most hardest thing, impenetrable one, what I'm saying, one of the most impenetrable things, especially, some of them hard rocks, man. All right. Look, cause the Lord could have just made it rain. You know what I mean? He could have just made it rain down water. He wanted to show miracles. He wanted to show his power. Let me make water come out of one of the hardest substances, on the earth. I don't really know how hard. I know diamond, that's what they say. They don't know. Esau don't know all the miracles and works of Yahweh Shem Hawashai. All right. And they sin yet. That's our people for you. Look, and I wasn't even meant to bring that out, but I bring it out. And they sin yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. So all these things that our people saw, these are 2/3, by the way, same niggas that's back here today with that same spirit, all right, that complaining why we can't eat pork spirit, all right. So we was out there and they saw, this is why we went into captivity, by the way, all right. This is why the Lord put us into captivity. So he showed us all those miracles, gave us, the law, statutes, and commandments. And immediately they started going off. All right. Immediately. How could you even kind of complain after seeing those things, man? You know? But see, the Lord set them up like that, just like He set them up now. All right. The scriptures in Revelation speak about, the miracles that the beast, will be able to do, these powers, man, this beast power. And the same thing was going on back in ancient Egypt. I just realized that. Yeah, you remember the magicians? So our people probably seen so much shit that the enemy was doing, seeing them do all the miracles, will do some of them tricks and stuff, via their magicians and sorcerers, all given to them by the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shai, by the way. And our people, probably felt like they had some power, man. That our enemy had power. This is exactly what's going on now. And this is exactly why our people are going to forsake Yahweh Bashim Hawashaka. They're going to try to cleave on to this man and his power and his system, all right? This science, this technology, man. You got to bow down to it, man, and go against Yahweh Bashim Hawashaka, in order to live in this man's kingdom, in this system, bro. That's what's going to happen to a lot of our people, because they see, these quote unquote miracles that our enemies is going to do and is doing, via the brain chip, making people quote unquote see again and walk again and things like that. All of it, these are, those miracles the scriptures teaching us of that the enemy's going to do. And it's going to aid him into, getting people to rebel against Yahweh Ba'ashem and Hawashai. Take that mark of the beast, man. All right. Now here we are remembering these things, man. Immediately going to remember those things, man. While people are going to forsake Yahweh Ba'ashem and Hawashai for a drink of water, we're going to believe the Lord could make, water come from the ceiling. Right, wherever you may be, man. Like, I got these plants in my house. I believe, who knows where we'll be in that day, man. But I'm saying, it's nothing for the Lord to make fruit come out, growing these plants, man. They don't even bear fruit. These certain plants I got, man. That one day you wake up, having your faith, man, and you wake up surrounded by just fruits and abundance of fruits that just grow in the same plants that you've had for years. I got this fucking plant I done had for 3 years, man. It's going strong, man. I ain't even, I ain't gotta, I ain't in the gardening or nothing, but I do have me some plants, man. 3 years going strong, still alive. Sure, man. I keep it, man. Maybe maybe some miracles to happen, man, but you got to really believe that, man, and not just say it. That's, 2/3 always on that just talks shit. And the Bible tells us that, man, with their lips they do honor me. All right, but they so far removed from the truth, man. But let me bring out a couple more, and then that'll be it, man. Ooh, proverb. That's a good one. I'll leave it at this, actually. Marinate on that, though. Proverbs 1:26. Well, let's start at 24. Because I have called and ye refused, talking about the 2/3, man. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at not all my counsel and with none of my reproof. So all this reproof and all this teaching that we've tried to, teach our people, most of them have refused, for lack of better words, man. At the end of the day, that's what it is. They refuse, to do what was taught to them. All right. And here's the point, man. Going back to the Lord being all powerful, doing what he wants. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. All right. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. All right. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Beautiful. That's what they get. Same thing like I tried to tell my dad. And again, I love my dad. We cool, and I keep things very cordial these days. I don't bring up the scriptures, to him. I just keep it, father, son, man, and that's another thing, man. If they don't get it, your family, especially your immediate ones, hey, you pray to Yahweh Bashim and Hawashai, you wipe that dust off your feet, keep it moving, but you ain't got to deal treacherously with them. just don't bring it up, man. You still hang out with your family if you can. If they ain't on no crazy shit, you can hang out with your family. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a lot of desolation and destruction coming to this place, and the Lord is telling our people, man, y'all didn't listen in. He's gonna laugh at you, man. All right, he's gonna laugh at you via us, and via the prophets, man. Hey, when we see these same people, because we the one that dealt with it in real time. This is operator level shit, man. All right, all those women that laughed at us, that didn't just want to do simple things, man. Just simple, relationships, man. What is Eve doing out here? Like, seriously, she's so in vain. It's not even funny no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? They don't even want to like have her like deal with men. I mean, I don't know. That it's what's going on out here. All right, but this is why the Lord is telling us, man, he's gonna laugh at that calamity. Can't wait, man. That's gonna be a beautiful day, man. We're gonna be eating, because the Lord said we shall eat and drink while the rest of these motherfuckers catch the smoke, man. All right, catch that judgment. All right. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, good gracious, when distress and anguish come upon you. Oh my goodness. And then, that's what I'm so lucky. I was talking about my dad. Yeah, I mean, when I was trying to tell him the names, man, and he heard me say those names. So in that day, if everybody that's in that lot, man, that we told them names to, they gonna be, some of them might remember, most of them won't. But even if they do, man, the Lord telling you straight up, he's not gonna hear you. He's not gonna care about you saying, "Oh, I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. Help me, help me. I'm about to die." All right, or I'm so hungry that I'm about to die, or I'm so thirsty that I'm about to die. People gonna want to, call upon the Lord. Then these women, all right, you already know Isaiah 4:1. When it hit the fan, they gonna want to deal with. That's the point I was getting at. They don't even want to deal with us, period. Like, just on some just cool shit. They so fucking vain. They out of their flipping minds, man. They out of it. Eve is gone, bro. She is out of it. And it's a telltale sign and testament of how weak they are. That's weak ass shit, bro. At least, like I say, even as crazy as we always wanted to deal with some women. What the hell are they on? They done got played, transformed, all type of shit, bro. We ain't got time for that, man. But I'll leave it at that, man. The Lord is gonna mock these clowns, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, the Lord's gonna mock these clowns. And Lord willing, we be on the right side of this thing. And the Lord, cherishes us, man, like something that he possesses, something for himself, man. All right, that peculiar treasure that the Lord have created, this remnant starting with Malachi Hawashai, ruling over us, man. Lord willing, we make it, man. All right, Lord willing, we make it, and don't get mocked by the Lord, man. All right, call all Yahweh Shema Hawashai. Till next time, Shalom.